Hold on to your hats, folks, because the movie Malene explodes onto the scene with two brilliant, slightly crazy scientists, Malene and Owen, toiling away in their garage. Calculations fly, experiments erupt, Malene's all about the rules, the bigger the experiment, the stricter the rules. Except, they chuck M out the window. Sparks fly, literally. Owen, bless his heart, plugs in the power, ready for the apple test, trial 1. Malene asks for an apple, but gets an orange. It's about the symbolism, she cries, not the juicy citrus. Into the time travel contraption it goes, zap, poof, orange vanishes. 15 seconds later, it should reappear, but oh, no orange. Calculations frantically checked, a while later, bam, the orange shows up, but slightly late for its appointment with destiny. After a couple of seconds, bam, the orange reappeared, a minute into the future. Malene, bless her skeptical heart, wasn't entirely convinced it was the same orange. Redo it, she cried. But Owen, ever the optimist, declared victory. Minor adjustments later, he boomed. Celebrate now. Later, with their sponsor Rory, champagne corks popped. Rory, all business, wanted to know the next big thing. Reverse the process? Send the orange back in time? Malene cautiously suggested more tests. But Owen had bigger plans. Mouse test, he proclaimed. Conquer flesh. Malene, slightly less enthusiastic, preferred sticking with the orange for now, aiming for a solid 50 test replications before even considering the fluffy little guys. Dinner with Rory was delightful, but Owen, still buzzing from the orange's temporal jump, wouldn't let up on the mouse testing idea. More funding, he reasoned, more funding. Whoa, they needed cash for their wild experiment, but Malene slammed the brakes. Too many innocent animal casualties, she cried. Owen, however, was like, Rory's bank account is hemorrhaging. We gotta deliver, and fast. They'd already zapped a mountain of fruit, time for the big leagues. Live subjects. Malene, after much grumbling, finally relented, with a mouse. They flipped the switch, held their breath, and boom. Mouse kablamo. Total annihilation. Malene, furious at Owen's relentless pushing, drowned her sorrows. Then, she decided, screw this. I'm going myself. Ignoring Owen completely, she cracked the code, whipped up a wearable teleporter, and vanished. A self-experimenting, code-cracking maverick. Mel, brilliant scientist, whips out her new teleportation gizmo. One flick of the switch, a whoosh with the mask on, and poof, she's gone. An hour later, she wakes up in their yard, completely out cold. Owen, her partner in crime, and possibly the cutest scientist ever, rushes to her side. Success. Their crazy experiment worked. But wait, the next day, while Owen's collecting samples, bam. Another Mel appears, evil twin alert. A wild brawl ensues. Owen, totally oblivious, accidentally offs the imposter Mel. Cue the double take. The real Mel standing there, totally bewildered. Talk about a close call. Our heroes are alive, the experiment's a hit, and they've got one heck of a story to tell. So, picture this, chaos. We are trying to track down the source of this mega mess, and Owen's grilling Malene, who, bless her heart, finally remembers she accidentally built a time-looping monster of a code. An hour it ran, folks, a whole hour. That's 3,600 melines, yes, 3,600, popping into existence every day for the next 9 years. 9 years. And the first one? Oof. Owen already took care of that one. Now, get this, to avoid a universe-sized headache, they need to WOMP. Eliminate the rest. Malene's not thrilled. Naturally, teleporting means her clones will be equally homicidal. It's a showdown for the ages, them or a Malene apocalypse. Tough choice, right? The next day, Owen's practicing his murderous technique, a bit of a rehearsal for the arrival of another Malene. When she popped in, bam. Neck stab. Quick, efficient, and definitely not for the faint of heart. He whisks the body away, then complains to his accomplice, Malene, about the whole thing being too much work. Apparently, stabbing is so last season. He's off to the internet, searching for humane execution methods, the irony. Settling on poisonous gas, a tent, some gas, an alarm clock, and voila. Instant Malene eliminated 2000. They're knocking off Melines left and right, meticulously documenting the poor girl's bizarre teleportation adventures. One minute she's here, the next she's sweating in some scorching desert. And just as Owen's about to off another Malene, the alarm blares. No movement. He flung open the tent, expecting a wriggling villain, only to find a corpse. Turns out, she beat them to the punch, self-destructing before the poison could even drop. Genius, or just dramatic? Then Malene, bless her crazy heart, suggests a time travel suicide mission. Back to square one, to stop Psycho her from, well, being psycho. Owen's like, whoa, hold the teleporting horses. But Maddie, she's all I wanna watch. Front row seat to a murder. Smart move. Then, a chat? Nah, the other Malene immediately tried to shank Owen. A wild wrestling match atop him ensues. Original Malene saves the day, and suddenly, she's a killing machine. A very efficient killing machine, bringing her closer to her hubby, unusually close. Mel, on a whim, rocks her wedding ring, or memories. Then bam, she wants to chat with another Mel. Owen, not so keen. Huge argument erupts. Just as things get really heated, the alarm blares, and poof. Another Mel arrives. Knife fight. Seriously, Mel expertly redirects Owen's stabby intentions, resulting in original Mel getting the pointy end. Whoa, both Owens and Mel 51.0 vanish. New Mel, totally chill. Let's just continue, she says. Owen's a bit shaky. 50 days later, Abdu Mel emerges, differentiating herself. Owen's adrift, the plan's gone sideways. He suggests hitting the rewind button on this whole crazy timeline, but new Mel, well, we'll see. Living the dream, right? Until Malene decided everything needed a reboot. She coolly told Rory she'd handle things with Owen, a casual, let's dispose of those house guests later kind of vibe. Poor Owen, left out in the cold. Then bam, Malene spills the beans, a desperate plea for Rory's help, body disposal services, anyone? Rory, ever the helpful pal, offered a ride. Owen tried to play it cool, hiding his secrets. But Rory, he's seen it all. Dude, I know, he chuckled. Owen, bless his cotton socks, attempted a solo do-over with an apple. Epic fail. Alarm clock screaming, he's off to assassinate version 2.0. But, surprise, Scarface Malene tackles him. Next thing he knows, tied to a chair, facing yet another Malene. The recognition dawns, and Owen blurts out, I know you. Whoa, Melina, version 115 Scarface and all, drops a truth bomb, they're all the same. Suddenly, K.A. Cheen. Alarm. Owen's frantically untying himself, ready to off the next Melina clone, but wait. He hears my voice? Turns out, version 115's throwing a Melina palooza. Outside, a whole army of Melinas. Owen's freaking, shouting about space-time imploding. But it's too late, the clones are ruling the roost. Then, a sneaky Melina tries a romantic reunion, but Owen thinks it's Melina 51. Ouch. Before they can clear that up, bam, Melina 15 shows up, and it's curtains for sneaky Melina. Owen wakes up again, with Melina 1. The original, and they escape. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this is a wild ride. Owen's in a room, zapped to Rory's, a frantic update ensues. They decide to rewind, fix the original problem. Malene 51 screams, stop the first Malene from teleporting. Owen groans, tried that. Apple test failed, but gasp Malene reveals the successful apple, found at ground zero of the Malene mayhem. He uses his tech, teleports, and stops her. Cut to, desert, camper. Malene's inside. Where am I? Owen yells. The future. Oops, she chirps. He aimed for the past, but Malene 115 left a note, Owen's a killer. Stabbing ensues. Cheek slices fly. Suddenly, bam, he's in a bizarre, multi-Malene universe. The film ends with Owen, somewhere, completely unexpected.